part of your introduction was that you haven't always been a firearms person. And I'm always so curious about people's stories. I love people's stories. So would you share that with us? I would love to learn more about how that came about.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So I, I don't know if I would call myself anti-gun, but I was definitely fearful of guns. I did not grow up around guns, did not come up in a pro-gun household. Um, but instead, I experienced a lot of, not a lot, but a couple of pivotal tragedies in my life that
Mm.
all involved firearms. And so either firearms or alcohol or both. And so I abstained from both. I've never had a
Mhm.
drop of alcohol a day in my life, and I said I don't want anything to do with guns.
Mhm.
But guns, alcohol I could avoid easily, not a big deal. Guns were everywhere, and they were just, I just felt like I was being pelted by this kind of fear that I
Mm.
couldn't escape. So I signed up for a class one day, and I'm not really sure if it was a bucket list, face your fears kind of thing, or if I was trying to sort of arm myself with some talking points against guns. I certainly know that if I don't like having an opinion about something that I can't back up.
Mm.
So I knew that I did not like guns, but I was uncomfortable with the fact that I couldn't articulate why
Why?
I didn't
Yeah.
like guns. So that's why I
Mhm.
wanted to take a class so I could talk the talk, walk the walk, use the lingo, sound educated, and speak intelligently about why guns are bad. Okay. That, and I also wanted to kind of face my fear. And
Yeah.
like you said in the intro, it was not at all what I expected. In that 1 8-hour class, it was just a permit class. I was completely converted. I walked away embarrassed by
Mm.
all of the misconceptions that I had entertained, and absolutely thirsty for more. And I signed up for the next level class that night. And it was just by sheer dumb luck that the range that I walked into was Range Master. I had no idea who
Oh my
Tom
gosh, your
Cruise was.
first class was Range
My
Master?
first class was
Oh
with
my
Tom
gosh.
Cruise. So, and I didn't understand the importance of that until much later. I had no
Sure.
idea that Tom was a nationally renowned trainer. He was just the guy, some dude at the range down the street from my house.
Yeah, it was just the closest person.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow,
So,
that's really, really cool.
and I'll
And
just
s
add one
Yeah,
more
go
quick
ahead.
thing to that, if you don't mind. You
Yeah,
mentioned that I wasn't always a gun person. Again, I have to give credit to Akil for helping me realize this, but I remain, I think, not a gun person. And I want to explain what I mean by that. I know a lot of people who really enjoy guns, enjoy the machinery, the engineering, the history. It's a
mhm,
hobby for them. And that's not me. Guns
mhm,
are a means to an end for me.
mhm.
I have zero attachments to my guns. They are tools. I feel as, as much affinity for my gun as I do for my hammer or my ladder or my screwdriver.
Mhm.
And if they get the job done, then I keep them. If they don't get the job done, I get rid of them and get a better one. And if somebody invents a tool that does a better job of helping me level the playing field in terms of how I fulfill my obligation to be a good steward of the time and space that I've been granted on this earth, then I'll switch to that tool. But until that day, I'm using guns, and that's the only reason I have guns.
Fair enough. I love that. I've never heard anybody say it that way before. Yeah, that makes sense.